Okay, hello, I'm back. I have gotten a few things together. I made this heart and it's all soft and fluffy. I question my sanity sometimes because I cut out a heart from book page. It looks a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. And then I took this fluffy, soft eyelash trim, which I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, I glued it. If you want to know how I did it, I probably would never do it again. Back and forth and back and forth, just the strips. Like put a strip of glue, put down a piece of the eyelash trim, put a strip of glue, like that. But it took a minute. I was thinking afterwards that something like this would have been a whole lot easier, I think. Just regular yarn, glue it down, that kind of thing. But anyway, that's how I got my soft. My rough, I'm going to cut a heart out of this sandpaper or two. Maybe we'll do a few smaller ones because I'm going to use this photograph here for this particular one. So how are you all doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty good day, just staying busy. Oh my gosh, I need to just cut a piece off here. It's too floppy. The other good news about this is it will sharpen my scissors. So that's the advantage of cutting sandpaper. That and aluminum foil, tin foil, whatever you call it. Reynolds wrap. I don't know. There's 100 names for everything, it seems. So anyway, we always called it tin foil, but it's not made out of tin anymore, so I'm not sure. I think that was my dad's family growing up. You just call stuff like we call Kleenex Kleenex, even though it might not be the brand Kleenex, if you see what I'm saying. All the oddities of life, right? I just messed that up. I told a elementary schooler one time, go get a Kleenex. And she looked at me and said, what's a Kleenex? I was like, oh, go get a tissue. It's just that thing, like your family calls stuff by a certain name, and then you do that for the rest of your life, even if it doesn't really fit, So anyhow, we went right down that rabbit hole, didn't we? Or me. I won't involve you guys. Okay, there's a couple, and if we need more, we'll cut more. I'm going to take off my jacket just a second. Ugh, it's gotten hot up here this afternoon, which is crazy because it's been so cold. I mean, it's not hot. It's only like 37 degrees outside, but the sun comes into my craft room in the afternoon, so sometimes it's kind of toasty. I'm filming a little later than I usually do. Okay, so I have my soft and my rough, and I'm going to just decorate a couple of envelopes. I thought, you know what I got thinking, and I don't know why we don't do this, but, I'm sure people have done it, but, we cover the window envelopes all the time with our scraps. Why don't we just cover regular envelopes with our scraps? I don't know, right? So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll have two decorated envelopes to go in a journal. These are the little bit skinnier ones. They're number 6 3/4. I don't know. They are 3.63 inches by 6.5 inches. Or there's the centimeters. So, they're just a little bit smaller. I like them for in a journal because then they're not too wide. So they work pretty good. And they would work in a long, skinny journal or a wider journal. Okay, I'm going to start with the soft first. So I'm going to take some of this music. Yeah, I was like, scraps, glued to regular envelopes. I mean, like I said, I'm sure somebody's done that. It's just that we spend a lot of time covering window envelopes, and, you could be doing regular envelopes too. Get rid of the scraps, get rid of the scraps, right? Always looking for a way. I mean, window envelopes are a bit more interesting, I will say. But if all you have is regular envelopes, and you might have a bunch from something. Like for a while when I would order picture cards, you know, for Christmas, to send out at Christmas, I'd always have envelopes left over. Those kind of things, that'd be a great use of those. Or just, you know, you just might have a bunch of envelopes from something. And you're like, what do I do with these? Decorate them up and put them in a journal. Yeah, I don't know why I decided that that yarn all over that heart would be a good idea. Well, don't you remember when you were a kid doing those like yarn projects where you would cut like, you know, little lengths of yarn, whatever, and glue them onto things? Maybe it was just me. But yeah, so anywho, that's where that came from, I'm pretty sure. All the way back when. Oh, I want to show you guys. Heidi, that sent me the glue bottles and the washi tape the other day, also sent me this. Isn't this cool? Thank you so much, Heidi. It's perfect. She said, oh, I know you have one, but I thought maybe you could use another one. Yeah, I can always use these for sure. They're just great. And this one's from 1897. Mine's from a different year. So just kind of cool. So thank you. And I'm going to use a piece of it right now. So I have these lockets, and I thought they would look cute. How much? Not much. I probably should have put them on first because of the way they face. But I guess if I don't use the writing, I can flip them over, huh? Oh, there's still a little writing, but I don't know. We'll see. Should have done more planning before I started gluing, but I was too busy talking. Because I don't want to just cover it with the soft heart. I made that smaller and now I'm questioning that. Sometimes, right? Maybe I'll put a picture on that one too. I was going to put the picture on the sandpaper one. Maybe I'll put a picture on both. This is kind of an odd take, I have to say, but yeah, soft and rough. When I used to do the Marguerite Miller, if she would say rough, I would do rough, like, oh man, that was rough. I liked doing that, but didn't really work with this because of the opposite situation. So maybe I'll put this up here. I like how when I tore it, it put all those lines and then they got inked. So that's kind of cool. Let me use kind of, oh, I've got this. This would be cool. This is just some book page that I splattered and put a little gold ink on. Tim Holtz sprays and gold ink and white paint is all that is. So let's find a picture for that one too. Could do that one, but it would take up like so much of it. I don't think I want one of the bigger ones. I think I want a smaller one. Are there any? I mean, I could use any of them because they could be used in like a shabby kind of a journal. Doesn't it? I'm not meaning this to be for Valentine's Day, even though obviously we are in that time. You could definitely make them for Valentine's Day for sure. But I want to be able to use it for, I don't make a whole lot of Valentine's journals, so I just thought it might be better if it had a shabby look about it instead. I'm struggling, can you tell? Where do I put it? All right, let's see. Do we have some lace? Sometimes the struggle is real. Oh boy, is it. I'm going to end up not even putting my heart on at this part. At this point, the heart's not even going to go on. No, it will. It has to, because otherwise there's nothing soft. That's a lot. That's just a lot. Or maybe I just want one. This is so not my style, you guys, can you tell? I mean, I do like vintage, so like I love that image, but I do struggle with this, I don't know. I like it, I just struggle with lace and all that. I feel like I used to be better at it, but I guess maybe it's because it's been so long since I've done anything like that. I just don't think that's going to work. There aren't any smaller ones, huh? Maybe just a Tim Holtz person. Or a flower. That might work. Sorry, I guess I should have planned this out better. I just sort of like thought, oh yeah, I got all this, I'm fine. That thing's kind of cool. A dressmaker dummy. I think I might cut that envelope down a little bit. And it might work. Yeah, I think it needs to be cut down a little bit. I'm going to cut it right about here, which is good because this will open it up anyway. Then we could seal it. And I cut that crooked. Are you surprised? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then we'll put a thumb notch. Problem is the inside of this is blue, so we'll probably have to put something in there. Yeah, I used to do a whole lot more of the vintage or kind of shabby vintage, whatever you want to call it. I think what happened is I just got sort of overwhelmed with all the frilly lacy thing, and just because it was everywhere in my craft room and all that. So then I kind of got away from it, and then when you go to try to do it again, you don't, it's like you don't remember how. Silly, I know. The pro at that is Lorette Chandler and Lori at Enchanted Dreams 71, I believe. Is that right, Lori? I'm awful at remembering the names. Pretty sure I know her name, Lori, but her channel name, I'm pretty sure it's Enchanted Dreams 71. But they both do very good vintage, shabby, whatever you want to call it. Lots of lace and frills. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I might put a little something like lace behind this. Oopsie. And this was just from Paper Studio, these images. Hobby Lobby, if you don't know. What I'm talking about. Little tulle, a little lace. We'll get there eventually, right? Put some glue in here. Try these little bottles and see if that makes it any easier. I don't know. I think I keep adding glue to the glue, and I think some of it must be getting old and starting to kind of clump. I think that's really what the problem is with my glue bottle. But because I've washed the tip out and everything, so it really shouldn't clog as much as it does. But you know how it is. So we're going to try these and see if they work better. It's less glue. That's probably helpful. I can use it till the end, wash it, and fill it again. Because I'm bad and I just keep adding to that other one. It's called Lazy. It's funny, you know, because some things you're lazy on, other things you're like not. I don't know. It's just weird. I just want to see. I wouldn't use it like a square, but I just want to see if I want a piece. I think I want another piece of lace. Kind of feel like this is wacky right here. It is a wacky heart, I will say. It is a little crazy. Needs a little trim. Yeah, I wouldn't use the eyelash trim to do that. You just end up gluing, you know, gluing the eyelash stuff down, and I don't know, it just kind of was a mess. There were probably much easier ways to do that. I didn't find them. But happy Valentine's Day to you all tomorrow. My daughter's birthday is this week. I'm very excited for her. Yep, I was in labor on Valentine's Day. Totally worth it. All right. I think that will work once it all sticks. Okay, so it's soft. And I will obviously glue this flap down, I think. Actually, I'll just do it now. I was starting to think maybe I'll color it or do, you know, depending on what journal it's going to go in, but I think I'll just glue it closed, and then it can just be glued down flat. But you could also hinge it, you know, do stuff like that, but I think I'll just have it as this kind of pocket. See, so there you have an envelope all used up. Now what do I do with the other envelope? I have all these scraps. You know, you think you're going to actually use all those scraps, right? Oh my gosh, you guys, I already lost my other envelope. Okay, here. Yeah, you have some grand notion that you're going to use a whole bunch of stuff and you end up using like nothing. Okay. I have got this gold. I want this one to be a lot more neutral. Not that that wasn't very neutral, but yeah, just a little more neutral. I'm just going to glue it down and then I'll trim it where I don't want it. I don't think I'm even going to ink that. It's old book page. That's the only problem with the gold ink. Gold paint works better. And I forgot to ink this envelope. See how I am? So yeah, just a little tip there. I do like the gold ink because it's very brilliant, but it does flake off. I don't think it has a whole lot of sticking power, if you know what I mean. Like there's not a lot to make it stay. And then I get gold ink all over my stamp pad. Wow, that took me 20 minutes. Sorry, you guys. Some days it doesn't pay to get out of bed, right? All right, let's see what other bits we got. I think I will use a little color, but I think I'm going to use that transparency paper or whatever you call it. Yeah, this piece is cool. I think that is out of an old composition notebook that I got from Rachel at Roxy Creations. She finds great stuff, like stuff that we can't even get in the States, you know, as far as age and everything. Or at least I can't find here out west. I don't know about back east if it's any better. But she finds the real old stuff, which is super cool. It just didn't cost so much to ship stuff, right? It's so windy out today. Does anybody like wind? I'm just curious. That's my question to you. Do any of you like wind? I do not. I'm horrible, aren't I? You're probably like, what kind of weather do you like? I like it when it's 70 degrees, okay? That's it. That is it. I kind of just want something under for when I put that on, so I know I've got a lot of texty type things happening here, but that's what I want on there. They're at least all different colors. It's just kind of nice today. Today is my Friday. I know it's your Monday, but it's my Friday to just kind of do a little collage on here. It's kind of been a week. I'm not going to lie about that. Crazy, crazy week. All good. Just crazy. Not that that's that strange for me, but oh, that's blue on that side. I don't really want the blue at the moment, though. Very pretty. Yeah, that's what do you call it? Just transparency paper that's been printed on. And the only way I can print on that on my Epson printer is if I tack it down at the top. I use just my glue stick and just put a little glue at the top of my copy paper and just do one sheet at a time. And put a piece of transparency paper on the glue, just the 2 little dots at the top, and then run it through the printer that way, and that holds it so that it doesn't get as wonky. It still does sometimes try to eat the paper. My printer's kind of picky, so it just depends on your printer. Some people can just put transparency paper through. I'm always amazed by that. I've never even tried fabric because things don't go well if I use even a lightweight cardstock, so I don't know, but it depends on your printer, really. Okay, and then we'll use this lady and the little boy. How adorable. Love it. Some sandpaper hearts. That doesn't seem great, but that's what we're using. And this will probably really chew up my... Those are some rough hearts. They're kind of jaggedy over here. Sorry, those kind of things bother me. I don't know why, but they do. I feel like I'm gonna need one more, right? Just one more. Fingers sticking to everything. Or maybe do I just need one? See, now I feel like a bigger heart would work with this one, but why didn't it work with the other picture? I think it was the stupid lockets that had me all messed up. Let me try cutting one more out. See how I am? Is that overkill? Some people are saying yes, other people are saying no. Or maybe everybody's saying yes, I don't know. I'm really struggling with these today. Isn't that funny? How sometimes it just don't work for you. A smaller one? I think I'm a little off. I guess this is kind of the second or third week I've done this kind of vintagey thing. It must be in my brain again. That's probably why I ended up making the digital I did. I need to cut the top off of this one anyway. Let's do them the same. Not that they would end up in the same journal, but we just want them about the same, I think. Just for our purposes here. How unstraight is that? It doesn't look like I did that awful. Oh, sorry. Those just flung right out of my hand. Everybody's deaf now. I keep hearing a thunk and I keep looking outside. It's just the flag on the flagpole across the street. But it makes kind of a, every time the wind whips it, it kind of thunks, you know. It's definitely whipping it around today. Use this. This is super old soft paper. I started watching this show I really like if you like mysteries. It's called Miss Scarlet and the Duke. It's very good. And it's like, looks to be the early 1900s, so I love that era for clothing. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear all that garbage that women wore, but so maybe we'll do 2 hearts. Just have to find the sizes that I liked, right? And then maybe a little piece of lace with it. Let's see. What melee of mess do I have here? A piece of that might work. I have just a huge old, well, it's not old, but coffee container that I use to put all my little just bits in. Just want to see how I want it. Yeah, let's do something like that. So yeah, that's what I go dig through when I disappear for a second. You stay down, you. Kind of scared of my sewing machine now, not gonna lie. Like it's the sewing machine's fault, right? That I was the big dope that stuck my finger under it. But I am gonna go stitch this, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and there is my lace, and I just went around and around, you know, kind of haphazard and crazy. But they're gonna go there, and then I'm gonna put the bigger heart there, and the smaller heart up here, I think. Does it make sense to only have 2? Yeah, something like that might work, huh? I feel like these need to be kind of attached. Where is it? Don't know why. It's just what it told me. Okay. Got that. Ta-da. Very odd today, I do admit, and you guys don't have to tell me. I'm in kind of a weird mood. So I don't feel like these are my favorites ever, but they do fit the prompts, right? We all get in weird moods sometimes. Or I think anyway. I'm a little punchy is what it is. I like it. Something different, that's for sure. Oh, stick down, would ya? I want to see if I have... a seam or something. These are pretty tiny. These are some I ordered off of Amazon. They're not Tim Holtz brand or anything like that. They're just, you know, random sayings. Whistle while you work. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. I think these are a lot of them are just like repeats. Not what I was thinking. Be your beautiful self. I don't know. I'm not loving any of those, so I think I'm just going to go with this. And if something comes to me, I will add it, and then I will show you guys next time. All right, so 13 is soft. I have the soft heart, and 14 is rough, and I have the rough hearts. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I hope you enjoy making whatever it is you're going to make, and I will see you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye now.